So how the World Cup benefits Arsenal and Napoli? Osman, the Nigerian striker from Napoli. Nigeria is not in the World Cup. He gets the rest. Napoli get the rest because they don't have the squad depth needed to win a real campeonato, a real 38 match season. It's a very odd season. Now, on Arsenal, they have a young team, but they get the benefit of the break. They get the benefit of the break of the World Cup, which benefits Arsenal, which benefits the players out there that may get knocked out of the group stage. Thomas Partey, Ghana. If Ghana get knocked out of the group stage, Thomas Partey is rested. Granit Xhaka, Switzerland. You have Serbia. You have Vlahovic of Juventus. You have Milinkovic Savic of Lazio. You have Kostic of Juventus, Europa winner of Frankfurt. If Xhaka is out in the group stage of the World Cup, that will benefit Arsenal. Odegaard in Norway is not qualified for the competition. Norway is out. If Brazil don't make it to the semis and the finals, if Brazil lose to Germany, this benefits. Uh, well, let's take a step back quickly. Bremer for Juventus was in Brazil, so Gabriel, the defensive back for Arsenal, is not even in the Brazil squad. But that benefits Arsenal Football Club. He does not get selected because Bremer, defensive defender of the year for Serie for Torino, is on Juventus. So Bremer is playing for Brazil. Bremer is in the squad over Gabriel. This helps Arsenal Football Club. Anything else I missed with Arsenal? Let's take a look. Odegaard, Partey, Saliba is with Saka. He's with England. He may play for England. I don't know yet. Zinchenko's not in the World Cup, so Zinchenko is there for them. Vieira, is he in Portugal? I don't know what his playing time is with Portugal yet. I don't know about that. Tomiyasu, if Japan don't make it to the knockout, then that benefits Tomiyasu that he's back in London with Arsenal, all that. Tomiyasu, if Japan don't make it over Spain and Germany, that's going to benefit us. Tomiyasu silenced Granit Xhaka in that game. He silenced Salah against Liverpool, I should say. He silenced Salah. El Neni, Egypt is not in the World Cup. So there you have it. Holding is not starting for England. Nikita is English, but he's not starting for England. Vieira for Portugal. I think Arsenal, Martinelli, if he's not in the semis or the final, that's going to help Arsenal as well if he's not in the semis or the final. So I think from that perspective, Arsenal have benefited from the World Cup break. I do believe Napoli have benefited from the World Cup break. Simeone, the son of Diego Simeone, does not start for Argentina, so that does benefit the Neapolitans. They've gotten rid of the perennial underachievers like Insigne, like Mertens, and some other players. So they've got rid of the underachievers. Kim, the defensive back, Kim Min Jae for South Korea. If South Korea don't make it to the knockouts, then this benefits the South Korean defender, Kim Min Jae. Keep a lookout for South Korea and Son. I don't know what Son's health status is, but Kim Min Jae If he doesn't make it to the knockout, this benefits Napoli. We're going to be looking at this from a beneficial club perspective. So if Uruguay make it, the Neapolitans will be happy. La Bodka is not playing the World Cup. Slovenia is not in the World Cup. Di Lorenzo is not in the World Cup for Napoli. Matias Oliveira. So, okay. They're same group with South Korea and the center back. Okay. You have that. Lozano, if Mexico is out, this benefits Napoli. Uh, Macedonia not in the World Cup, so Napoli have quite a bunch of players that are not in the World Cup squad. That includes their top player, the striker Osimhen. So I do believe that Napoli can have quite a bit of players that are going to get knocked out of the group stages because this helps them from a health perspective. They have the international break before the Milan match on April the 2nd. It's safe to say Napoli are going to win the Scudetto. Napoli going to win the Scudetto. I will look forward to see how Juventus do against Napoli. I think Serie A is back. Juventus 2020, Inter 21, Milan 22, Napoli 23, Roma left out, Lazio, Coppa Italia, no Scudetto. Inzaghi left Lazio. The Campionato is not down to two teams like La Liga, like Real Madrid and Barcelona. It's not down to two teams like in the Premier League with Arsenal and Man City. Juventus are in for the challenge still. Now, do I think Juventus are going to win the Scudetto? No, but Juventus are in the Scudetto if you don't know what they're capable of doing until Pogba, Chiesa, and Vlahovic are in the same lineup. Milan are in there. Milan are in there for the Scudetto. Milan are in there for the Scudetto. Milan are not going to win. They can brag all they want with Juventus, but you've not won consecutive Scudetto yet. You've not won in the knockout yet. Because it's Spurs, maybe. So the World Cup will benefit these two teams. It's odd year. It's odd year from a league perspective, but I think from a betting perspective, it should make it easier. In a year where you follow a normal calendar, it's gonna favor the bigger teams. Juventus, Man City, La Liga, no other Cinderella team in the making. But the 100-year anniversary of Agnelli is going to follow through for Juventus. Follow through for Juventus. It'll follow through. You must plan for big things if you are Juventus. You have Pogba coming back. You have Federico Chiesa. Instead, Enrico play for Lazio, Enrico Chiesa. If Federico Chiesa scored against Lazio, oh my God, mamma mia, Federico Chiesa, goal, goal, fino alla fine to number 3, top 3 in Serie. It was 5-3. How did Juventus not score? Because Chiesa and Pogba were not in action. Chiesa and Pogba were not in action. Let's take a real look at AC Milan. That this is the past. It is the past. The Champions League is the past. The different format of the Champions League that you've won under, it is all in the past. The Juventus Incantaccio! Juve! It's not Donato no more. It's not Donato. It is the youth movement of Juve that's gonna come through for the Panconeri. Yeah, Juventus defeat Inter with Fagioli, with Miretti, no Pogba, no Chiesa there until the end. It could have been 3-0 for the Juventus Incantaccio! Forza Juventus! Juventus! Inter Milan! No, Inter, nada, no, Inter Milan, no Juventino there to save Inter, no Antonio Conte, but Luciano Spalletti has done a fantastic job. Luciano Spalletti led Roma to a Scudetto chase, to Coppa Italia. Luciano Spalletti, with his body of work, it was a great hire for the Neapolitans. It's a great hire for the Neapolitans. He's got the experience and the pedigree, and he may have more talent at his disposal with Simeone, the son of Diego Simeone, a backup striker, adding some depth to the striker position. Adding more depth to the striker position, but what about defensive back? What about midfield? This lack of depth at the break will favor Napoli. It's okay, because the Premier League is seen as a two-team race. It's Man City and this other team out there. It's Real Madrid and Barcelona for La Liga. It's Bayern and whoever is there to challenge them. But if you're Liga Serie, you have a real league. You have Juventus 2020. You've had Inter 2021. You've had Milan 2022. You've had Napoli 2020. 4 different seasons, 4 different winners. The Campionato is back. The Campionato is back. Serie is a league to watch. It is. And the Juventus can be back. Yes, it can. Massimiliano Allegri has a vision for the Juventus that will come through. 5 clean sheets, first time since 2018. We are seeing the vision of Juventus come through. Without the injury of Pogba, now the injury of Pogba means that Juventus can look after the youth of their squad. Fagioli, Miretti, Locatelli, go! Faccia un go! Juventus! Here we go! I like the enthusiasm that the Juventus have entering not the new year, but the 100-year anniversary of Agnelli owning Juventus. Allegri must keep in charge. Allegri must keep charge. Arsenal stuck with their manager. They stuck with Arteta. They did not fire Arteta after missing out in Europe. They stuck with him. They allowed the manager to showcase the vision that's needed on the side of Mika Arteta. We must Agnelli and Exo and Juventus must stick with Allegri. They must allow Allegri to shut down the opposition. They must allow Allegri to get the goals needed once Pogba comes back. With Fagioli, with Miretti, with everyone, with Kostic, the Serbian connection. Kostic, Davic, Chiesa, all of the above. The Juventus will be back. The Juventus will be back. You must believe in the vision of the manager. You must believe in the vision of the club. It's not easy to watch these results, but you have to see the full body of work when the full health of the squad is here to usher L on the rest of the Campionato. '23-24 is going to be a great year for Juventus. Better believe it. Juventus will be back. Haters can do nothing about that. Juventus own their stadium. Milan and Inter don't own their stadium yet. Juventus can still bring in some much needed money advancing in the Europa League. One down year does not mean the end of the world. It is a reload. It is a reload. And we will be back. Much greater, much muddier than ever before. The Juventus Ecotaccio! Goal! Goal! Napoli. They almost bottled it against Udinese. 15, 31 minute, 58 minutes, and 79 and 82. This Napoli team, under normal circumstances, is not capable of holding the Scudetto. Napoli, don't be surprised if they take a step back next year because Juventus will be back. Milan, Inter, Juventus, Roma, Dybala has muscular injury issues. The Juventus management was correct as much as I love Dybala. He was not ready when Juventus needed him, especially in the knockout. So, La Joya Dybala, a grand love of Juventus, but was not available. And so Juventus must continue with Vlahovic, with Chiesa, with Pogba, with Fagioli, with Miretti, with the youth needed for Juventus. Carry forward with the youth. If Pogba were not hurt, we don't see the youth movement of Juventus. The Pogba injury happened for a reason for Juventus because we see these youngsters like Fagioli, who scored against Inter, who scored against Lecce, Miretti with the link-up play. Pogba's injury happened for a reason for the grand old lady of Juventus because we are far deeper than ever before in the youth of Italia, the Italianness, let's bleed our heart for Juventus. They're not mercenaries. These players are special for Juventus. We was not Ignore these players. They have to play for Juventus because, as I tell you, they grew up rooting for Juventus. They bleed their heart out for the shirt of Juventus. They must continue to support Juventus, and we have to. That's how we carry our agenda. Forza Juventus. We know alla fine. Scudetto 23-24. Do I think we win Scudetto this year? I do not think so. I think Napoli wins Scudetto. But we will be back next year, guaranteed.